Today's episode is all about reflecting on the 25th episode of Restoration Marketing Secrets podcast, some of the topics we've covered, and what it's been like doing a podcast every single day.
This isn't just any podcast. This is your secret weapon for dominating the market.
This is the Restoration Marketing Secrets podcast, and this is your host, Sean McMeen.
Welcome to Restoration Marketing Secrets podcast. This is your host, Sean McMeen, and today is a special milestone on Restoration Marketing Secrets podcast. It is episode 25. Yay! Cracking my voice like a teenager. Anyway, I started this journey, and now this is our 25th episode and 25 straight days of creating podcasts to help give back to the community, damage restoration, share my knowledge of marketing tips and also industry insights that I've gained over the years. There's plenty more topics to cover over the next several months. I'm doing a 365-day challenge. One of my mentors, his name is Matt, challenged me to do a podcast every day for a year. And he said, you're probably going to suck at first, and I'm 25 episodes in, and I still suck, but that's okay. This is a commitment that I have made it for a year, and following through on it for a year is my number one plan. The second goal of this is to just give back information and everything. And so we've covered a lot of topics related to marketing, some personal topics that I've brought up. And this episode is really to reflect back on those episodes and just enjoy creating 25 days of content that I have never done before, putting yourself out there. I have wanted to start a podcast and do webinars and do all of these things for well over a year. And I kept making excuses. Oh, I don't have this, or I don't have the right mic, or I don't have the time to do it, or you name it. I made those excuses. And I think us as business owners and entrepreneurs, it's so common for us to make up excuses of why not to do things that put us out of our comfort zone. And I am no different. I did not want to go on video. And my whole goal in the beginning was to do video interviews, and I still will be doing that. We'll be doing video interviews with industry experts and insiders and people within vendors and all of those things. But that won't start until after episode 30. That's what I've committed to myself, is we'll be doing some video, intersprinkling some videos in there. Those are going to be longer podcasts. So most of the podcasts that I do are around 15 minutes. And just quick bites, quick information, So you might not get a lot out of this 25th episode, but it's a reflection. It's one of those anniversary episodes, I guess, 25 years, 25 podcasts, whatever. But what I was talking about is putting yourself out there. And as entrepreneurs, sometimes it's easier to say that you're going to do it than following up and actually doing it if it's out of your comfort zone. And this is 100% out of my comfort zone. I could talk to a wall face to face, but talking to a microphone or a camera, that's a different story. And coming up with interesting topics and those types of things, sure, I can do that face to face. But if you sit down and put pressure on yourself to come up with something that you feel like is going to knock it out of the park and people are going to enjoy listening to, it can be hard. So to be honest, I don't work too far ahead on my podcast because it's just what happens that day, and what is on top of my mind is what I'm sharing. For instance, I had a very close relative of mine that passed away, and I shared an episode about that on, I don't remember what episode it was, but not too far back, and talking about one of those moments in your life that changed your life. And obviously I reflected on my childhood then when I had that moment of someone taking me from a bad situation and changing my life. But I've had many amazing moments. One of the things I haven't talked about much is something that is the biggest moments of my life is the birth of my kids. I have 4 kids. Tristan, my oldest son, is 17, and Isabel is 15, and then Lucy is 7, and Haley is 5. And I have a senior and a kindergartner in school this year, so all ranges of the alphabet, so to speak. But that's my passion. That's my why. That's what I do. I've been in the marketing industry for well over 17 years. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is that family is most important. This is why I do what I do. I want to support and provide for my family. So much so that it caused me to get a divorce when I had my first 2 kids. And I'm laughing about it, but it wasn't a funny matter. I was a serial entrepreneur working in a corporate job, and then I was moonlighting, doing marketing and doing all of those things. And so I was, in my mind, I was providing for my family. And you just grow apart. I married my ex-wife at the time. Now is we married right out of college and had 2 kids and married, and it just didn't work out because we weren't on the same page. Let's put it that way. And we're good friends now, and we made a decision to be the best parents we could be for our kids. I remarried, have 2 kids. She remarried, has 2 kids. And it's like a big Brady Bunch type situation. Kind of weird. People think it's weird. People sometimes still think my ex and I are still married. But anyway, what I'm talking about is that my life revolves around my kids and my wife, Shelly. And they're extreme supporters of mine, whether they know it or not. This is why I do what I do, and why I and putting myself out there is to help grow my business and to give back to the community. And hopefully one day they look back and maybe listen to one of these episodes and listen to episode 25 on September 20th, 2023, and realize that their dad, did a podcast for a year, and hopefully beyond that as well. But and so I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be able to share the information that I have and have had amazing experience with so many people in the industry, not only in the damage restoration industry, but multiple other industries and in the home services side. And also to be able to, gain so much knowledge from other marketing agency owners that I'm a part of several networking groups where we network together and level up our knowledge. And so if you're a home service contractor, or if you're a marketing company, or whatever, whoever is listening to this, connect with people and surround yourself around people that are going to help you level up, right? If you are who you hang around with, that's basically what I want to say. That's what's been told to me. That's what the smarter people say, right? You are who you surround yourself with, right? And so if you want to level up, start hanging out with those people that own the $1 million businesses or multi-million-dollar businesses, and you will gain insights. You'll get inside information in order to make better decisions. And ultimately that's what it is we're all on this journey of whatever it is we're doing in life. And if you started a business, that journey has many bumps and bruises. Like, it's never going to be a ski slope. You're going to have dips and valleys in there that are painful along the way. And I've had my fair share as well. But what has helped me through that is my community, the network that I connect with on a weekly basis. And I'll be going down to do a networking conference in November. So super excited, looking forward to that. It seems like it's forever away, but it's down in Miami. So November in Miami won't be too bad. But I guess my point was, surround yourself with people that you want to be like, or that you want to gain knowledge from. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there in front of them, because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. Everybody poops on the toilet the same way, right? The thing that is different is those people that are givers versus takers, right? Have a giving mindset. Have a mindset that there's no hidden agenda here. There's no I'm going to do this because I'm going to get that out of it, right? At the end of the day, have a giving mindset, and things will come back to you in life. So I sound like a preacher, a counselor. I don't know what I sound like, but I'm just kind of giving you some insights what I'm thinking about on episode 25 here, just to reflect back on some of the episodes that we have had. Since then, I've hired 2 new people on the team since I launched this podcast. We've done episodes related to building a team, building relationships with other like-minded people, and that's one of those networking sides of things that I talked about. We've also done episodes about answering the phone. Another big episode was about the double-sided sword of saying yes to everything. Don't say yes to everything that comes to your plate if it's not in your wheelhouse. That is a killer for me in the past. We talk about some results from Hurricane Idalia, I think, that came through in the beginning part of September. We did a 3 or 2-part series about website elements that are important to help you get more business. We also did some episodes about Google management or Google business profiles, about videos, about social media, several episodes about Google Ads and the importance of Google Ads for water damage restoration. Google Guaranteed or local services, that's an important episode out there. Go take a look at that. We also had some episodes about Google business verification issues, recruiting the right people for your team, and some information about SEO and difficulties of SEO in September 2023. So a lot of wide-ranging topics that we talked about over the last 24 episodes, and now today's 25. So what's to come in this series? I'm going to be interviewing one of my clients, a friend of mine that I've worked with for about 5 or 6 years, that actually owns 2 locations, for 2 restoration locations across 2 different locations. His name's Jim, and we're going to be interviewing him. He actually has another business where he sells equipment for damage restoration companies, humidifiers, fans, all of those types of things. So maybe he'll share some insights into there. And I'm really excited to ask him about a job that we helped him get that was worth about $1.8 million, restoration mitigation job, and that was worth around $1.8 million that we helped him get through our marketing efforts that we're doing for him. And again, it's not a pitch fest, but it's an episode to share some insights about, like, you're not always going to get $1.8 million jobs, but if you get an opportunity like that, how do you handle it? I already did an interview a little bit with him about that. That's on our YouTube channel, but that episode's coming up. We're also going to be reaching out to some industry experts. Want to interview some vendor partners out there. So if you know anybody that's interested in joining the podcast, go to restorationmarketing.com and you can contact us about being on the podcast. So that's really all I got to say on episode 25 here. It has been a blast. I cannot wait to do the next 25. So until next time, this is Sean McMeen. I will talk to you later.
You've been listening to the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast. Sean's not here to just talk the talk. He's walked the walk. With a track record of helping over 70 damage restoration companies and engaging in over 500 conversations with industry owners, he's seen it all. From digital marketing triumphs to the most ingenious growth hacks, he's got the keys to the kingdom, and he's sharing them with you. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon. But in the meantime, for more, hit the website at restorationmarketing.com. See you next time on the Restoration Marketing Secrets Podcast.